Yeah, my name's Anthony Caruso. I'm a recording engineer, producer, musician. Get into music, I could almost specifically point that to Jimi Hendrix and one particular tape I had of his. Had Voodoo Child, Slight Return, had Crosstown Traffic, like all these cool rock records with kind of weird sounds on them. And guitar player myself, so of course it's guitar playing, always inspirational. I wasn't allowed to watch MTV as a kid. But when I came home, in between my arrival and my parents getting home from work, I used to sneak some MTV, and MTV Raps was on at the time. The Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, and they were, just saw some of those old videos. It was a De La Soul, Old Tribe Called Quest, stuff like that, and I really dug how it was, music that I had heard, some jazz and some funk and stuff, but kind of in a different way that I'd never heard before. Just the other night, Friday night, saw Amon Tobin up at the Greek Theater, and really inspirational as far as the music and the sound and the sonics of that space, and as well as the visual aspect that went with that, which, as time goes on and with the advent of the internet and kind of the merging of media in a way. It's not just about music now, it's about visuals, it's about digital trickery, digital connection between people and digital manipulation of organic sounds and sources and things, and I like that. I like that convergence of the two. I worked a lot with Ron Fair, who produced Mary J. Blige and Christina Aguilera and all kinds of big names, and kind of started the late 90s, what pop records sounded like. Worked with him for about 13 months. Worked with Mos Def, worked with Nelly, played keys on Kanye West remix of Billie Jean for the Thriller 25th anniversary release. Working with George Duke for Queen Latifah's record. Just sticking with it probably, because there are dark times in the music business. I went through, spent 6 years in LA. I started off as a runner at a recording studio, cleaning toilets and getting food and all that stuff, called 24/7. And it was hard to stick through some of those times, and working with a client that you might not totally be into their music or whatever, and you still gotta just be there with them and help them out, get their vision across, and just know that if you stick with it, things will happen. If you stick with it and you're cool and halfway good at what you do, people will enjoy working with you. And I hope people remember me as a nice guy, and I hope the music is just something that points to a certain time in history. That it's maybe something that could be viewed as maybe not seminal or maybe not groundbreaking or anything like that, but just something that really sums up, like, hey, this is what was happening in music in the early 2000s. That would be cool if some of that were remembered.